Hello everyone, welcome to our channel where we bring you the hot, dramatic and unforgettable episodes of the movie Beyond the Gates. Be prepared because today's story will take you from one surprise to another, drawing you into a whirlwind of intense emotions, where love, betrayal and dark conspiracies intertwine into a picture that no one can predict. In the pouring rainstorm covering the whole town, the wind howling through the night, Hayley entered the familiar mansion with tired feet and a confused mind. Her coat was soaked, drops of rain ran down her hair, clinging to her cold cheeks. The half-closed door creaked faintly when she pushed it open, and at that moment, a strange but uneasy air filled the space. She stopped, her eyes fixed on the dark staircase, with only a faint light coming from the crack in the bedroom door upstairs. Hayley's heart pounded, her intuition telling her that something was wrong. Heavy footsteps echoed in the hallway. The sound of wind outside the window mixed with the creaking of the wooden floor, as if foretelling another storm that was about to sweep away not only her house, but her life as well. The bedroom door opened slightly, a pale yellow light seeping out. Hayley gently pushed the door open, and the sight that greeted her eyes froze her in place. On the bed that had once held so many memories, Bill was hugging Dani tightly, his hand wrapped around her waist intimately, their hot breaths mingling as if the world outside did not exist. Every image, every trust that Hayley had for Bill shattered in the blink of an eye. The betrayal was so clear, cruel, and naked, not giving her any chance to reassure herself that this was just a misunderstanding. A cold shiver ran down her spine, then it was as if someone was squeezing her heart, forcing it to beat so fast that it was suffocating. Her throat tightened, but the scream still came out, echoing throughout the mansion, sharp and full of pain. That sound not only broke the silence of the house but also slashed down like a knife, ending the seemingly peaceful days. From that moment, everything changed. Amidst the howling wind and the sound of rain hitting the roof tiles, a silent but fierce war began. Not only between Hayley and Bill, but also dragged Dani, the woman who brought the chaotic fire that burned everything. The hidden secrets, the long-suppressed doubts would rise up, dragging each character into a spiral of revenge, torment, and despair. And while the storm outside had yet to subside, in this very villa, another, more fierce storm had officially broken out. Hayley's scream echoed in the room, through the thick walls of the villa, mixed with the sound of rain pounding on the glass doors, like a cold declaration of war in the dark night. Bill was startled, his whole body tensed, but his arms around Dani had not yet let go. Enough to leave that image of betrayal imprinted deeply into Hayley's mind like an indelible scar. A numb feeling ran through her body, but then was replaced by a fierce rage, burning every vein. In an instant, all the years of trust, all the sacrifices and waiting turned to ashes, leaving behind a deep void and heart-wrenching pain. Outside, the wind whipped against the window frame. The tree branches scratched as if nature was also angry at the scene inside. Dani, her eyes shining with defiance and a hint of false embarrassment, turned slightly, separating from Bill's arms but still keeping her half-smile, as if she had just won a sweet victory. The dim light in the room fell on all three faces, exposing all the emotions. Bill's clumsy panic, Dani's arrogance, and Hayley's impending rage. Hayley's heart felt like it was being squeezed, but her mind was coldly clear. She did not rush in to scratch or scream anymore, but quietly stepped back, her eyes never leaving Bill and Dani. Each step seemed to be carving this image of betrayal into her mind to turn it into a guiding flame for what was to come. The door slammed behind her, creating a heavy echo that closed that sinful moment, but also opened a series of stormy days with no way out. Down in the living room, Hayley stood in the darkness, breathing heavily, her hands clenched into fists so tightly that her nails dug into her skin. Memories flooded her mind, nights waiting for Bill to come home from work, times she trusted him with all the family matters, and times Dani appeared with a fake smile, always trying to find a way to insinuate herself into their lives. It all came together in a clear picture now, and in that picture, Hayley realized she had been led into a trap that had been set long ago. The rain continued to fall, the thunder rumbling as if urging her to act. Hayley walked to the liquor cabinet, filled a glass of red wine, but did not drink. Her eyes coldly watched the liquid ripple under the yellow light, as if she was calculating each step of her revenge. She knew she could not reveal her emotions too soon, the more subjective the enemy was, the easier it was for her to strike. Upstairs, Bill and Dani began to argue in a small way, but the noise of the storm made every word distant, unable to reach Hayley anymore. She had retreated from the first battle. But in her heart she had already outlined a long war, where the weaker one would be crushed mercilessly. In the following days, Hayley remained calm on the outside, still performing her daily tasks as if nothing had happened. She didn't mention that stormy night, didn't question Bill, didn't confront Dani. Her silence made both of them lose their guard. Especially Dani, who thought she had won completely. But behind that calm mask, Hayley silently collected every piece of information, every smallest loophole. She sought out Dani's old friends, dug into past relationships, and gradually discovered a series of dark secrets. Dani was not just someone who interfered in other people's family happiness. She had been caught up in a financial scandal, betrayed those closest to her for personal gain. Those clues were like sharp knives, and Hayley knew that at the right time they would become weapons to defeat her opponent in a fatal blow. Bill, meanwhile, naively believes he can balance both relationships, keeping Hayley as a safe haven while enjoying the novelty of Dani. Little does he know that his hesitation will send him into a spiral with no way out. In Hayley's mind, a plan for revenge is forming, not in a rash act, but in a series of elaborate steps, one by one, that leave the other person unaware and unable to react. She waits for the storm outside to pass. But in her mind, her own storm is raging, ready to sweep away everything in its path. Follow and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next part, where all the secrets will gradually be revealed, and the shocks will be more intense than anything you could have imagined.